Alright, this is the completed project, guys. It's a 8-gallon spray tank. This bolt right here on the battery tray, there was a drain hole, so I just stuck a 5/16 bolt through it and stuck a piece of rubber hose over it just so it doesn't rattle whenever I do this and fold it up, and it also keeps it from going all the way to the tire. So that works out pretty good right there. It's not too much of an obstruction. And on this side, it goes up against there, right there. So right here I've got my spray nozzle with the pistol grip gun, and I have a rubber fastener here, and you can just take it off like that, turn it around, and over here I have a tube holder, and basically it's just a plastic tube clamp device. I'm not sure where I got it from. It was just in my junk drawer. It looked like the perfect thing to use, and it's plastic, so it shouldn't rattle that much, but you just stick it through there, turn this around. I'm trying to do it one-handed, so it's kind of difficult, but you get the idea. Hang on a second here, and you clamp it down like that. That way it doesn't rattle or move around. But that's what it looks like, and decided to have all the excess hose. I just tossed it on top right here. The fans have guards on them, so they should be fine. So right here is just a wire that I got stuffed up in here like this, and I just have the switch around the throttle, and that just cuts it on and off. And I just have it draping across right here because it's going to be fine for now anyway. So this is the way I mounted the pump. It's mounted to a piece of 2-inch angle iron that's cut in half, and it's put together this way, and I just have one single bolt right there, holding it together on this side, and then the four bolts on the pump hold the two pieces together as well. Right here to here is about 4 to 5 inches. This is a 2-inch square tubing, and I just used the U-bolt holding that angle iron in place. And it also utilized the same U-bolt to hold this plastic clamp for the tube of the spray nozzle. And that worked out pretty good. But it's very solid. It's all one piece. Like I said, all I have to do is take these fasteners off, and the whole rig slides off. In case I have to do any maintenance on the engine or something, you know, you gotta put it in the shop. The boom also comes off. So to take the boom off, it's fairly easy. All you have to do is take this hose apart right here. I've got 2 self-tapping bolts right here, and down here I've got these 2 nuts that you pull off, and the whole rig will come off. And the bolts stay in place because what I did is I ran it through the frame of the machine, and I put lock washers and a nut on it, and that way when I want to mount this right back, all I have to do is slide it onto the bolt, these long bolts, and that's that. Another reason I have it poking out this far is this bracket that I have up here. This bracket right here comes off with these wing nuts, and instead of storing this on top of the mower or putting it in the truck and having to go grab it, I just slide it right onto those two bolts right there. So this is what the bracket looks like when it's just sitting on the bolts. And I've rolled around with it, bounced around for about 15 minutes, and I never heard it rattle or slide off or anything. And it's actually kind of hard to pull off unless you use two hands. If you pull on one side, as you can see, it's only going to go so far. But if you use two hands, one on each side, it'll come right off, which works out good. So I had a chance to try out the boom sprayer. I went out onto my property and I measured out exactly 1 acre. So it didn't do the full acre. I even timed it. It took exactly 15 minutes to empty the tank out with the 3 nozzles. And it only covered up just over 23,000 square foot, which is right at a half acre. And I would have liked it to cover a whole acre, but I can't really complain. I mean, that's gonna still save me a ton of time than filling up 3 or 4 gallons in a backpack and walking these large properties. So it does cover a half acre, like I said, and with the height of these nozzles, I think it was designed to be roughly 2 feet off the ground, and it's actually 1 foot off the ground. And with the distance it is apart, and the spray pattern it leaves, it doesn't cover quite as wide because it doesn't have time to fan out. And so I pretty much have to keep it at full pressure, so I can't really adjust the pressure on it, on the boom sprayer at least. But after going back and forth over the property, I could see the coverage, and there's no dry spots. Everything is pretty much uniform looking. So I'm gonna try that out. As long as I pretty much overlap a little bit, I think I'm gonna pass this, and I should be just fine.